Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. It's bright, it's early, it's Monday morning. Let's get into the charts and talk about a bunch of things to talk about today. We got the Curve hack, 70 million gone. We got WorldCoin, which launched on Optimism, and we got Baldcoin up 4 million% yesterday. And we're going to talk about the big news today. The SEC asked Coinbase to trade only in Bitcoin before suing the crypto exchange. Brian Armstrong said we really didn't have a choice at that point, delisting every other asset on other than Bitcoin, which, by the way, is not what the law says, would have essentially meant the end of crypto in the US. So Armstrong taking a bold stand and really saying, look, no matter what the cost is, we're going to go to court. We're going to fight the SEC and make sure crypto is allowed in the US. It seems as though, we're going to have some earnings coming out this week, including Coin, which I believe I have on my list. I want to take a peek at the stock really quick. Coin, which has been, running off the lows there. Pretty nice rally here, and to me does look like wants to come down and test this level one more time. But I'm not a stock picker, that's for sure. And they got earnings coming up this week as well. And also Apple has earnings coming out, I believe, which is a big participant in the NASDAQ. And look at that Apple stock run. Where does she go? Well, after a long consolidation like this and a breakout, I'd be looking for Apple to head up to this area right here at 219. Apple looking strong, looking girthy, looking healthy. What is the upside on that? That is 11% higher than we're at today. That would be absolutely wonderful for the entire market in general, as earnings are coming out and can't seem to push the market down. Earnings have been mostly positive. As you can see, the NASDAQ looking girthy, almost making new all-time highs after a bearish, almost a bullish engulfing candle last week. The day closed strong on Friday, and to me, that looks like another higher low attempting to get put in. Any kind of a tick above last week's high, and I'd be looking for new all-time highs on the NASDAQ. What else is going on here? We wanted to check out, I wanted to mention Curve Finance got hacked, 70 million bucks. One of the leaders in DeFi. Looks like it's holding the lows though, as Curve DAO token asked me to explain it. I couldn't do it, but as long as the thing holds the lows, I'm still going to be long-term bullish on this one, as it is, I don't know about after this last hack, but it was proven to be one of the more successful DeFi projects out there. And it's not letting me draw my trend line here. But essentially, massive descending triangle, more likely to break out to the downside. But as long as kind of this little green box of peace and prosperity is holding the lows, then hey, not looking for complete capitulation on this one. All right, moving on to the next item here. And Barclays is no longer banking on Coinbase, saying that the resulting, essentially, the regulatory overhang is not making Coinbase stock look as attractive to Barclays. And then, I wanted to talk about this real quick. WorldCoin, which is that new ChatGPT coin, did launch on the layer 2 Optimism, which I thought I'd bring up. There's two competing layer 2s, Optimism and Arbitron. Optimism, OP symbol, recently overtook Arbitron in transaction fees. That's kind of how, people search out some of these layer 2s, is based on their transaction fees and if they're generating revenue. Well, Optimism is having a big bump in revenue generation as their fees just outpace them. Generally, you're looking for a move up to this green box here, which is the 0.5 and the 618. Close enough is close enough on the first pass there. This run may be just beginning to get going, or low volatility expansion here, and essentially you just don't want to see this last prior low get taken out. Even right here at 147 below there, and rally's probably over. But other than that, looks like onwards and upwards. Momentum just crossed to the upside from 163. So generally looking for higher on that one. Optimism versus ARB. Just throwing a few altcoins out there as well. Bitcoin's been a little less than entertaining, that's for sure. And Arbitron, since its launch, did have the nice nasty pullback, and now looks like it is basing out along the green 55 similarly to Bitcoin. And I'm not really getting much off of this one at the moment, other than above 119 is going to look good for momentum crossing back to the upside. So probably back above this pivot right here looking bullish. Below there still a bit bearish. Okay, jumping into Bitcoin, following up on what we spoke about last week, which I feel like we started out last week with Ethereum Bitcoin. And I did say, hey, if you're an ETH bull, you want to see this ETH Bitcoin kind of bear flag continue onwards and upwards. That is a bear flag. Wow. And the measure move off of this bear flag, if it does break to the downside, is going to be significantly lower. So, altcoin holders, hodlers, beware of the ETH Bitcoin chart. Other than that, it's kind of just trending along here. Low volatility. Yeah, I would expect a test along the bottom side of this trend line, which does not bode well for altcoins in general. ETH Bitcoin going down means Ethereum's going down against Bitcoin, and likely the rest of the alt market in general. So there's our narrative on, and then I'll follow up with Ethereum. And we did do a live stream last week on the hourly time frame. We were looking for a breakout, and I said I was closing my positions actually because we were coming into the end of the day on Friday at 5 p.m. and we were looking for confirmation on this move with a 4-hour closure, hourly back above 1888. Did not get that. We came into this trend line, sold off of it, and I said probably going to open up around the same price on Monday. We're a little bit lower. That's generally what the market does, is trade sideways over the weekend, and then the pros come back at it on Monday, digesting the news. It seems, with the SEC lawsuit, the hack, the the SEC comments to Coinbase, the hack, and the fact that the dollar is, well, it's been bouncing here, bouncing pretty strong, and looks like it may have been a deviation below this range, and well, continuation to the name of the game right here, until proven otherwise. Back closing above the green 55 is your first warning sign, so I'd expect a rejection on the first pass. Dollar down, good for risk assets. Dollar up, bad for risk assets. What economic data do we have coming out this week? I didn't even look this morning. I'll load that up in the background. But other than that, Dixie needs to get back above 103.50 really for anything to, start to significantly happen. Otherwise, it is pressure onto the downside for Dixie. The 4-hour still looking, uptrend. Just needs to get above that purple 200. In general, and I wanted to remind everybody, today's the monthly close. Today is the monthly close. That would be a bearish close. Today's the last day of July. Kiss July 2023 goodbye. Say hello to August, one of my favorite months of the year. And just putting in a nice perfect bounce, almost test off the green 55. And yeah, this, if we are going to bounce it, I mean, this is the area that needs to bounce. We did talk about this macro breakout with a measure move target all the way up for the dollar, up at 147, which could take a year or two to play out. It's the dollar. It moves about as slow as the Titanic. And accumulation range, we saw that break out. And now we're just looking for continuation on the monthly time frame. So what do you see here? Higher highs, higher lows. How would we confirm a higher low above 105 on the monthly? Is going to be hard to do. And stochastics are getting a nice reset. We'll cross up above 106, so a long ways away from there. The monthly close for Dixie, I would say, is on the bearish side, and I would expect more down that's a bearish candle. That is a bearish candle. The only thing, given the odds of a bounce here on Dixie for the next month, are, well, the fact that's where you expect your bounces off the 382 and the 0.5, and maybe one more drive down in there. Remember, economic data has been influencing the market. Today, Fed bills, nothing consequential. Tomorrow, United States S&P Global Manufacturing, the JOLTS numbers will be coming out tomorrow as well. Wednesday, we've got oil, ADP unemployment change. That'll be decent. Okay, then Thursday, and then Friday, and then the week is gone and it start all over again. Get back into it. Continuous jobless claims. So Wednesday, Thursday, jobless claims. ISM manufacturing as well on Thursday. It'll be August 2nd, or going to August 3rd. And then last, at the end of the week, non-farm payrolls, average hourly earnings. So S&P, global factoring, a lot of payroll numbers this week. Seems kind of inconsequential, which would give, unless the jobs data comes out really bad, then that would give the goose the odds in the favor of the bulls for a bounce. The monthly time frame on Bitcoin, courtesy to Mr. Eric Crown, put out a report actually this morning saying, look, 12 out of, I think, 15 months, or 12 out of 16, don't quote me. How many months is there? 12 out of, majority of the months in Bitcoin's history have been red months. Okay. I think, 12 out of how many monthlies are there in Bitcoin's history? I don't know. Too many to count, but, month of August, personally, those analyses don't really do much for me. I think, too much can happen in the month of a price action, a war, an inflation number, a dollar crash, something crazy could happen, unforeseen circumstances. But needless to say, just a point to think about, August are typically red months. Looking here at the ETH Bitcoin chart, this looks a little bit on the droopy side, but back onto Bitcoin. And is this falling wedge pattern going to play out for a measure move? That's a good question. We did get the breakout. We got the retest. And where does the failure come? Well, 4-hour closure back below 29,181. Probably going to test this trend line one more time. And then the question is, do we take out the wicks? If we take out a 4-hour below 28.8, and I'm looking for big a move down to our chart target in general as well. You confirm this as a local high, you're going to have any bearish divergence coming back from this high right there. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So if we confirm anywhere here or lower, at a minimum, I'm looking for a move down to 29,132. The question is, do we hold it there? 29,132. I guess I will take a look at that, and it's important for closure. So the closure has to be below that wick right there in order for me to confirm this as a local high, and it would send it likely back to the bottom side of the range. First target, second target, 28,987. We've still got 50 minutes left on this candle, so peeking at the hourly, the hourly could bounce it up here. It's right in the middle of the road, and I would leave kind of the dollar and NASDAQ. The dollar is not doing a whole lot. It's trapped between the 0.5 and the 618. Trapped right in the middle. So ranging a little bit more. And the earnings for Apple are probably going to be bullish. I mean, earnings for Apple being bullish. And I still see it on the news. Is a soft landing going to be the case? So We added a couple more coins to take a look at, layer 2s, Optimism and Arb, just something to put on the back of your mind's eye there. Pepe coin getting absolutely shafted here. Death cross playing out. Where does the downside come? Well, probably going to be along this trend line, to be fair. To be fair, for some reason, price action likes to go towards the trend lines, especially in these bigger volatile markets here. And I do have that area marked off. Interesting to see on that one. All right, a little bit of longer show today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash the like button and join us back tomorrow. I will see you with some more TA. Have a blessed and highly favored day. I just want to cover the 4-hour range on Bitcoin, as we're still in the same range. I'm going to draw it out crystal clear, and then we'll be able to come back to price action tomorrow. The 4 hour is going to move really slow, though, guys. It's going to move really, really slow. And essentially, you know, any kind of a play off that green 55, you expect a bit of continuation, as you're going to have many drives of bearish divergence coming back from this high right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where does it really get confirmed, though, is the question. And I'd say probably, you know, below 29,120. But if you want to front run the signal, well, there it is right there. Closing below that wick on this would confirm this as a local high. So it's not confirmed yet, but that would give you the impetus and a little bit more bias for some downside continuations. So 4 hour range, let's put it up here. No, I'm going to draw it a little bit different here. So I would say 4 hour back above there or below here. That's the 4 hour range. Above or below there gets the next decent move. To the upside, I'd be targeting a measly 29.8, and then to the downside, I'd be targeting, well, probably somewhere right around here, 28.6. The inverse of that, and I would goose the odds in the favor of the bears. Favor the bears right now, and all right. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I will see you back tomorrow, and have a great day.